Cowles.
Hey guys, how are we doing today?
Coach, I loved the game last week. We obviously were on the road in Eau Claire and really put the boots to those guys. The O-line was on fire. What were your thoughts just kind of overall about the game in Eau Claire last week at Carson Park?
The guys were all there. They showed up all game long. Up front, all the dogs were eating, Wide receivers on the outside blocking A1, Like, the whole team, they were all just there. We all showed up to play. We didn't even quit. Fourth quarter, we were still going, It's a great game.
Excellent game. Thank you, Coach, for that perspective. Johnny Sizzle, what were your thoughts on the game at Carson Park last week from the O-line perspective?
We just got after them up front, destroyed them, blew them off the ball, worked as a unit, worked as a team. Wide receivers blocked great, halfbacks blocked great, quarterback played great.
That O-line, I'll tell you what, you guys were blowing people into like next week. I mean, just boom, 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 pancakes going like crazy. It was fun to watch. So this week, Coach, we've got the other Eau Claire team. North will be here for our homecoming. Any thoughts on the North team coming to town here, or any thoughts on our team coming up homecoming week?
It's homecoming. Everyone's excited. The stands are going to be packed, Eau Claire, it's a great team. We're going to be ready to roll, baby.
Ready to roll. I like it. O-line perspective. North coming to town. What are you guys thinking?
We're just going to blow them off the ball every play, beat them up, make them want to quit.
I love it. Any words of encouragement for the team or the squad coming into this big game again? It's homecoming. Should be a great night. I think it's going to be sunny and just gorgeous out again. Any final thoughts, Coach?
Let's just go get them, boys. Let's go get them.
Solid gold. And Johnny Sizzle, how about you? Final thoughts?
We got to stay focused and let's have fun.
Oh, I love it. Thank you guys both for joining me again. My name's Ken Conan with RaidersStreaming.com. I'm on the River Channel as well. Enjoy the game tonight. We'll be right back.
Go Raiders! Yay!
Let's go Raiders! Woo! Let's go Raiders! Woo!
Let's go Raiders!
Nice!
Let's go Raiders!
Let's go Raiders! Woo! Let's go Raiders!
Good.
It's homecoming, baby.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I know, I love this. It's always fun when it's feels like football weather in the air. It's homecoming. I've got a senior at the school right now, so it's kind of big time. He actually is on the field taking pictures down here at the 10-yard line.
All right.
You got to get him on camera here real quick. Never mind. I'll tell you later, Adam. Mr. Stubenik coming out. Will McDonald, number 17.
So no Coach Cowles tonight, huh?
He's sick. Yeah, we missed him the other night for the coach's corner. We had Ben Forcier pinch hit for him. If you missed that in the pregame, maybe we'll play it again.
Does he get the dialect and all the because I thought last year when we were interviewing the captains when we had Owen Anderson, he had him down to a T.
Owen was excellent last year in the bleachers when you were doing that. That was really good. Forcier was really good too. Yeah. I mean, he kind of had the hunch and some of the hand movements and a couple of the sayings, the dog's got to eat or something. And, you know how it is. When you have a coach for years, you get some sayings, you can't help but get some of the kind of the same stuff coming out of him. So anyway, thanks, Mr. Forcier, for being a pinch hitter for the coach tonight. Great. He's been fun to watch on social media. He's in like all the Bleacher Creature posts. He's crazy.
I've seen that.
Fun
My
guy.
son was showing me that, I think we brought it up last week. The student section of the conference, or top student section in the conference. I think now I'm starting to believe it. I saw a couple videos of them at different events like volleyball games and stuff. They're getting good crowds. They're animated. They're having a good time.
I saw a post the other day from I think you said it, a volleyball game. Must have been 150 kids there just going nuts. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and how fun is that for your teams, right? To have that type of support and everybody going crazy. And, you got football players, tennis folks there, soccer players there. I mean, it's not just, the Bleacher Creatures and their crew. It's all the sports are representing each other, which is just awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
School pride. That's what you want to see.
Fun to see the school spirit that's coming back kind of post-COVID. I think it's more than ever. And you can't blame these kiddos after being kind of boxed out a little bit last year and then coming back big time this year. So fun to see.
Yep, absolutely. Well, it looks like Hudson will be on defense here to start the game. Again, interested to see with North. You know, not a lot out there on them this year, but last week took a pretty good thumping from Menominee.
Well, and I'll tell you what, the North squad, they got nothing to lose, right?
Well,
Come in here, you're underdog. I mean, you're playing loose, I would think, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and the conference is up in the air. We'll talk about that here as the game goes on, but you know, right now, New Richmond has a loss, Chippewa has a loss, Menominee has a loss, Hudson has a loss. The only team that hasn't lost yet, and that'll probably change in the next couple weeks, is Rice Lake.
Yeah, right.
So Hudson, again, we talked about it last week, kind of controls their own destiny here. We know the games are going to get harder at the end of the year, but right now, win the games you're supposed to win.
That's
and
right.
Keep getting better.
That's right. That's right. So, like you said, we'll see the offense for the North squad out there first. Eau Claire Huskies. And back on quarterback, that's... You going Keen on that one?
I think I called him Keen, but...
Handoff picks up just a couple.
Yeah, and that's Ross back. So
Ross back on the carry there?
Ross back, yep. Number 2. He's going to get the bulk of the carries for them. Tight end, number 34, Gavin Koleski. You want to watch for him.
I got to bring stilts in here. I tell you, it's the window piece. It's just at the right level where I'm like,
I know.
I'm going to breathe down your throat, Jeff. Sorry, buddy.
That's all right. We move and contour our bodies to see the field here.
That's right.
Ross back again.
2nd and 9 here. Nice push out to the side. Got slipped
Nice
one
job.
tackle there. Picked up about 3 on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, nice job that time by Buechler coming up from the safety position to make that tackle.
Buechler playing great this year. Fun to be calling his name.
Yeah, last year number 21 was Brandon Morey. So
yeah,
I looked out there and I think, oh yeah, okay, that's our safety. Well, he's been around for a few years, but just a different number, different kid. Or same number, different kid, I mean.
Big shoes to jump into.
Yeah.
Right? Morey, a great player.
Mm-hmm.
So again, 3rd and give them 5 there. Make it 4. 3rd and 4. First drive here for the Huskies. Keen fakes that one, goes for the pass. Flips it over to 14. He catches it right at the first down marker there. We'll see how they spot it for him. That's Gross on the
Gross.
Goss. Sorry,
yep.
Put an R in there.
Yep.
Goss. Number 14 on the reception there for the Huskies. They'll pick up the first down. So
one thing I mentioned last week and seeing the same this week with Hudson's defense is Evan Tyler, number 18, playing the outside linebacker position.
Yeah.
What that's done is it's allowed Tempering to go to that DN position, defensive end position, and Evan's certainly athletic enough. You're going to probably see some opportunities for Evan to blitz. You're going to see him being a little bit more mobile and flexible out in pass coverage.
Handoff goes up that left side, picks up 1, 2, 3 of them. Pile moves just a tinch there, make it maybe 4.5, 5.
Boy, big number 76 for Eau Claire North. I can see him from all the way across the field. I got to get his size. 6'3", 290. He looks taller than that, but he's a big kid.
He is a big, what we call a big rig out there. Looks like a collegiate player.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 5 here. We'll get a timeout. No. Equipment deal going on?
Looks like an equipment
It's like Donald is going to get strapped into the jersey there. All right, we're ready to roll here. Again, 2nd and 5 coming up right now. Huskies with a nice 3rd down conversion. Back to pass. Slips under a tackle here. Boy, they bring up a couple guys to grab a hold of him there at the 38-yard line. Keen on the keeper.
Owen Gooder with the tackle that time.
Thank you.
Gooder.
Good on you, Gooder. So 3rd and 2 here. See if the defense can harden up. We were at the the Ryder Cup years ago, and it was getting a little rowdy, and there was a guy up in the kind of the VIP area yelling down at people, "Harden up!"
Speaking of Ryder Cup, I got a text from your pal Frank Anderson today. He's down at the Ryder Cup. Oh, nice carry that time, trip up. He had a hole, but I think Thompson was there to trip him up. He would have picked up a few more yards that time, but they got enough for the first down.
Keen on the carry. So who's there? Anderson?
Frank,
Foot wedge is over there?
Foot wedge. You sent me.
Such a high roller. That guy. Took his Learjet out?
Say hi to Sergio, and he sent me a video almost on demand. That, he was in the crowd, and Sergio went by, and he took a video of it. Thought he was cool.
Oh, Frank, I tell you, he's a high roller. I like how that guy. I like how he works things out.
Yeah. I didn't see the scores this afternoon. I know the U.S. was up earlier today, but
that's always a fun deal.
If I'm going to go to a golf tournament, that's the one I would go to for sure.
Yes, sir. So we'll get a timeout, I think, on the Huskies here.
So, yeah, I mean, North coming out right now looks pretty balanced. I mean, they've had a couple pass attempts and running the ball fairly well.
We'll see. We'll be back, too. Oh, welcome back to Raider Stadium. 1st and 10 here. Keen back in the shotgun. He'll roll out to his right. Got a guy upfield, but all sorts of pressure there. Hudson doing a nice job getting on top of him. A late flag in here.
Tempering on that. I don't know if maybe he got a hand on the face mask. Happened right in front of the referee.
Intentional grounding.
Yeah, good call.
We'll take that.
Good call. It looked like a clean tackle, and the quarterback was just going down. He threw a duck and
I'll be right
didn't
back.
get back to the line of scrimmage. So, mentioned again tempering. So, what's happening on that line is Will McDonald draws a lot of attention. He's going to get double teamed. He's going to get more coverage by that offensive line, and that's going to free up these other guys to go out and attack. That time tempering just came down the line and
nice
made
hustle.
a nice play.
Nice hustle by tempering. So is that a 5-yarder?
That's a 10, and it is loss of down.
Oh, goodness. That's all sorts of bad.
Illegal procedure. Please decline. Intentional grounding.
Oh.
I didn't see the first flag.
I didn't either, yeah. So illegal procedure. This is Mike's cutting out just a little bit. A couple geese are flying into the field here.
Yeah, there you go.
Little flyby by the geese. I love it. So the illegal procedure was declined. Intentional grounding was taken. All right, so that'll bring up a 2nd and is that 25? Is that math correct, boys? Okay. Keen back in the shotgun here. A big old hole, low snap there. He keeps
Nothing
it. Looks like
nothing there.
Kind of a scrambled play or something happened.
That was meant to be, I think, a quarterback keeper, or it could have even been the start of an option play, but Hudson's got in the backfield right away. Just kind of gobbled that up in a hurry. Quarterback had nowhere to go.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and a mile here, about 3rd and 25 to go.
Yeah.
And Hudson looking to pounce on them here and get some good field position for their opening possession of the game.
Yeah, and so far haven't seen anything that would make me believe they've got a very good deep passing game. So they might just be looking for something short yardage, see if they can get some yards after the catch and improve.
Keen fires it over to that left side there. Picks up a couple. Not bad. Picks up, I don't know, 10, 11 on the play there. So
not enough.
Not enough, but it'll get them out of the deep hole that they were in. Ball out to the, I think about the 35-ish. So they'll bring out the kicking team. Well, and this is all brought on by nice pressure by Tempering. He flushed the QB there and intentional grounding. So great play.
The strength of that Hudson defense really is that defensive line. You've got, we saw Tempering last year, being able to see him more this year. Oh, boy.
Wow, punched over the head here. He's hustling to grab it. He's going to have to run with it now. Oh, big hit there on the side. They don't call anything. Another hit, crush there, flag down.
An illegal block.
I was going to say, I was thinking a flag might come in.
It was a late flag, and from our vantage point, it looked like it was in the back. But
it did, yes.
But But boy, like I said, the flag came late, but 2 of them came out. You know, in that situation, the ball's on the ground. Hudson was still just trying to contain it.
Yeah.
The punter decided, you know what, I'm gonna run this thing out. He probably had enough time to still try to get a boot off.
I was seeing the same thing. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of pressure at that point. And watch the replay here. Nope. Okay. We'll get the replay next time on that one.
Penalties on the kicking team. First down. Hudson.
So that was declined on that. The reason being is that would have been a replay of down. So
Okay.
they would have been able to punt again. So Hudson
Got it.
declined the penalty,
Got
gets
it.
the ball
Yep.
here basically about where the original line of scrimmage was before that punt was snapped or that punt started. So
we'll see Mears in the offense take the field here again. Great field position, similar to last week's game where Memorial gave them some great position throughout the game, and Hudson starts off their first possession on their own 32.
yeah. Number 90, Wes Elliott for North, 6'7", 270.
Hand off to Warner. Warner stumbles,
There he
but catches
goes
his
again.
feet over the 20. Nice job. Rambling man on down to the 18-yard line. Nice work by Warner.
The middle of that line is doing a really good job. You know, you got Jonathan Hartwig, you got Ben Forcier,
Weddleson.
Andrew Coffey. Yep, they're just, it's been working well. And,
Yeah.
And you're going to even see that more with the option where the quarterback's going to read that, because that's really been wide open for Hudson the last couple weeks.
So first down on that one. Nice job. Another handoff to Warner. Warner on down to about the 15. Punches out a couple more there. Warner with, what did he have last week? 126?
174.
Wow, 174.
Yep.
Almost spit water all over Jeff on that one.
174 and a touchdown. So
Wow. Second and 8 coming up here. Hudson in the red zone. We'll send Spencer in motion. The handoff again to Warner. Warner picks up maybe a couple on that one, not much. So Warner picks up 2. We'll bring up a 3rd and 5 here.
yeah, last week, of course, Troy Boning gets hurt,
Yep.
broken collarbone. He's going to be out the remainder of this season. So you're talking about who comes in to fill that spot. I mean,
Yeah.
he's your big play guy. He's your speed guy. I mentioned Hasapopoulos in the pregame. I think you got Kruger.
Yep, Kruger's out there, number 6. Mears looks, got a guy, caught it. Nice job. First down, Hudson. Nice play.
That was Jamison on that catch. Just threw the ball in a good spot. Nobody else could get to it but Jamison. He had the hands and was able to make that catch.
Nice first down for Hudson. They get that one down to the, looks like about the 3-yard line.
Yeah,
So
about the 3.
on the goal here. First down, goal to go.
I think right now,
Nice
if
pick
you've
up
got
there on
Jaden
third.
Warner on your fantasy team this week, I think this is a pretty good bet you're going to get some points.
I like that. Mears back in the shotgun. He'll send Spencer in motion. Warner handoff.
Option play.
Oh, God.
Mears, he calls
Tricked
his
me
own
on that
number.
one. Mears with the touchdown. Had me fooled. Nice job.
I had a 1 out of 3 option there to get that right, but
Nice
we'll give it to the
job.
quarterback. Again, good decision.
Go to the replay real quick. You can see Mears sets things up, sends a man in motion. Sneaky keeps it. It's got a guy in front of him and on that option and sneaks around that far side into the end zone. Touchdown, Hudson.
Needs to get to that corner. And he's doing a lot better job the last couple weeks. You know, that Rice Lake game was a struggle. You get behind, you're trying to play catch up. His game isn't necessarily heavy pass.
Yeah.
You know, he's a quick runner. He's an athlete. He runs the option well. Getting balance in that all starts with the quarterback, and Carter's doing a great job.
So we're going to bring in an alumni.
This guy is more like a legend.
A legend and alumni on our loose mic in here, Aaron Moen.
Great to be here. What a night, huh?
I tell you what,
You packed a crowd tonight.
it's fun. Yeah, we got a great crowd tonight. It's fun to see the student section just packed over here. We got some great parents and family out watching the homecoming game. But Mr. Mullen, the word is that you're an old football player in this town. Is that correct?
I am. I took a
Nice.
little different path. This is why some parents shouldn't let kids make their own choices. I played my sophomore and my senior year.
Oh, my.
Don't ask me what happened my freshman and my junior year, but
It's the year
I guess
that-
it wasn't for me in those years.
Okay, gotcha. That's awesome. And I've got a couple guests coming up tonight, and I hope that we could talk some old school, right? So back in the day, and you don't have to tell us when you graduated, but maybe a rough idea when you were playing. Was it the 90s, the 2000s,
I was a 2004 graduate.
Okay.
So the fall of 2003
right on.
was my senior year.
Nice.
Yeah,
And how was the
blast.
squad back in your day?
We were pretty good.
Nice.
We had a good senior class. I think we had 29 kids, which in that we graduated 375, so a little bit less.
Wow.
That was a pretty good number.
Yeah.
And we had a handful of kids like myself that ended up going out our senior year, which really helped.
Yeah.
Had a couple star-studded athletes in Craig Urbick and
Okay.
Eric Vanden Heuvel
That helps.
Some names that
qualified
we've
once
heard.
in
Yeah.
a while and took care of quite a
That
few
helps.
That is
obstacles.
helpful.
I'll run behind them.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I love it. Any games that you think back on and go, wow, that was a doozy?
Yeah, I was thinking about that after we talked the other day.
Yeah.
I think we had a playoff win, which in that era was a little bit more few and far between than we're tuned to now, but we beat a Wausau East team with Andy Crooks, who ended up being a Wisconsin Badger.
Wow.
Two memories from that game. We won 9-6, I think was the score, and I think it was about 33 degrees and rainy. And one of those old school football games full of mud.
Was it here or was it at
It was
Wausau?
at Newton.
Okay, so yeah, it was
Oh.
probably
How muddy was
and-
that?
Muddy, slipping and sliding, fumbles, messy, sloppy game, but we came out on top, and that advanced us to a game at Marshfield where we ended up losing that year.
Okay.
But that was the game that I remember when I try and kind of point out a game of memory in that
Yeah.
year.
I love it. I'll tell you, those sometimes the more burly they are, the more we remember them, right? And that's
Right,
definitely
right.
a case in point there. A wild, muddy games, it sounds like.
And
Well-
I learned something coming across the middle in that game.
Yeah, what was
I
that?
met Andy Crooks.
Oh, yeah?
Or he met me, and I was not expecting it. So I learned a little something about going across the middle.
Okay. A little bit of a wake-up call for
Little
Mr.
wake-up
Mullen?
call,
Okay.
yeah.
I like
Wasn't a
that.
whole lot of passing that game, so that kept me in the game for a little bit there.
Oh, my
Did you
God.
catch the ball?
I did not catch the ball. Actually, it wasn't even a pass play. I remember I was on the backside of a run play, and I looked like an easy target, and he took care of the easy target.
Light him up. Oh, man. I love it. Well, thank you for coming up to the booth. Mr. Mullen, if you don't know, is our athletics director here, activities director at Hudson. So
Yep,
thank you
yep.
for all that you do. I know we got you running and gunning around here. And, yeah, thanks
We
again
love
for
it. These
for
are
all
the
that you
nights we
do.
do it for, so it's
I know.
It's been an awesome start to the homecoming game. Hopefully the Raiders stay on top.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks again
Good
for
to see
joining
you,
us in the
Aaron.
booth.
Yep.
Great
Thanks
to
for
see you,
coming.
Mr.
Enjoy
Mullen.
the night.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. Fair catch this time by Anderson. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Aaron Mullen's great. I've gotten to know him back when my son was a middle schooler. They asked some parents to come and coach. They were short coaches, so he mentioned Eric Vanden Heuvel. That was one of the guys we coached with. And Aaron Mullen. And at that time, he was running the activities. He was kind of the assistant activities director for the school, but he ran the middle school program. And yeah, just a good guy. And, you know, with everything they've been through this last year, I go back, and one of the things I'm thankful for is that we did play football last fall, and we played fall sports, and we got back into things. You talk about Eau Claire North, Memorial, some of those teams sat on the sidelines, and it just wasn't the same school year. No, it wasn't the same school year for our kids either, but at least we tried. At least we, took that risk to do it, and hats off to Mo, because I know he pushed hard for that last year.
Yep, Owen, great guy. Thanks again for coming up to the booth. I'll tell you, we had a couple more of those coming tonight. And there's nothing like some of the flashbacks. I mean, you think about the program, you know, and it's, I don't know, I always kind of think like here and now, right, and what we're doing this year. But there's some real nice history here, just like there is at Spooner and old school Rochester, right? So nice hustle, big run over the 50.
shout out to Tim Hasapopoulos that time leading on the block, got to the second level, got to a linebacker, sprung Warner for about another 3 yards. So nice job.
Hasapopoulos making it happen out there. Warner with some chugging of the legs out there. First down, Hudson.
Yeah, it is fun. And, you know, all old athletes remember certain things, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was funny when he was talking about that kid that hit him. I got hit the same way one time when I was a sophomore running a kickback by a guy by the name of Phil Peterson who went on to play for Wisconsin. And I mean,
Wow.
literally I saw Tweety birds and walked to the wrong sidelines. And
Mears all sorts of time lets one fly.
I mean, not something that for today, I mean, I would have probably been in the concussion protocol and
Yeah,
sat
right,
out. But
right.
all I remember is, you know, all of a sudden you oh my gosh, yeah, I got some blocks. I'm going to start heading down the sidelines. And it's like the sky got dark and I see this mountain coming at me. And
A big rig coming?
Yeah, literally down I went.
Yep.
And of course, you know, I got to get back up. I'm a sophomore. I want to play some more. I
Yeah.
walked right to the other sideline. So
Attaboy. Second and 10 here. Mearsy back in the shotgun. Got an option setting up. Hits Kruger on that far side. Kruger makes his way through traffic. Nice little run there. Kruger picks up about 6, maybe 7 on the play.
nice option again. Carter Mears getting more comfortable in that option role, understanding, hey, we can get big chunks here, we can only get a little bit here, but take what the defense gives you.
That's right.
And that time they pick up a cool 6 there.
From number 6, that's Spencer Kruger. Parents Bill and Kim. Those guys forever. Great crew. All right, so third down. Looks like about 5 here. 4 or 5.
Oh, ball, and
Ball
ground.
down, picks it up.
Keeps
Nice
it. Good
job.
read,
Wow,
good read.
great focus. Down to the 33-yard line. Oh, Mearsy gives him the old first down.
Yeah.
Like, no problem.
He's starting to get more comfortable back there. You know, he didn't
Yeah.
panic, ball on the dirt.
Yep.
Picks it up, one hop, uses that speed, didn't need a whole lot, but
Yep.
just got a seam and picked up 6 yards.
Oh, great job by Mr. Carter Mears, number 8, the QB1. It's fun to see another pitcher from the O-line. They like to surround him in their garb, and then
Yeah.
he's like kneeling, you know. It's like, this is our guy.
Got
Don't
his
touch him.
bodyguards, yeah.
Totally. Fakes the handoff, gets tripped up there. Kind of I don't know if they
Yeah.
stepped on each other's feet or if he just slipped with his right foot there.
Not sure. It kind of looked like the running back that time was expecting the football. I'm not sure if Mears just had a little mishandle. And again, instead of trying to make something that wasn't going to work, you got first down. Take a loss. Don't lose the football.
That's right. Yep, and that's just what he did. Just fell on the ball. Good play. Good play if that's going on, right?
Yeah, right.
Things aren't going quite right.
You live to fight another day.
That's right. So second down, 13 here. Drops back. Mears drops it on over the far side. Picks up Warner. Warner, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Hudson!
I think they got him down just short of the line there.
Oh, I thought he marked it as a touchdown. We'll go to the replay. Hit it, baby.
Yeah, just a nice soft pass that time by Mears over the defender's shoulder
Wow.
right into Warner. And he just got bumped there, maybe at the 1 yard line.
Ooh,
Looks like.
yeah, looks
At the
like
1
it.
yard line. Hard
Coulda
to tell. You know, Ken, I'm going to make another request. I want sideline cameras from now on. I want to be able to see those down there.
Wow. Everybody be sure and visit our sponsors a whole bunch. Sideline. I love it. We need to get a pylon camera is what
Yeah,
we need.
that's what we need.
Mears rolls out to his left, takes
Calls his
it.
number. Touchdown.
Yeah, buddy. Number 2 on the night for Mr. Mears, I believe. Touchdown, Hudson. We'll go to the replay. Yeah, we'll check that out. Always fun to see. It's always fun when you can do a replay in the booth.
Yep, just a fake option, and he decides to keep it. Gets that good seam there by the left side of the line and bounces in for a touchdown. 2 touchdowns
Nice
tonight
job.
for Carter Mears in the first quarter. He was on my fantasy reserve team. I didn't have him up this week.
Gosh, I told you. Strong with a good kick up and good. Gma Strong is tuning in. I appreciate the email from her. She sent me a note earlier today. Said she was
Okay,
going to be
good.
tuning in to watch. So,
Yeah, he got his picture in the paper this week.
Gma
too,
Strong. Got his picture in the paper.
Yeah.
Wow. Love it. It's kind of a big deal.
So Hudson starting off where they left off in Eau Claire last week. Offense looks good again, and what have you had? 3 pass attempts so far, 2? And,
Yeah.
And Mears is right on. And
3.
But running the football sets that up.
Yep.
Again, you're setting up that play action pass, giving your quarterback just an opportunity to freeze those defenders a little bit and get those guys open.
Yep, I like what they're doing out there. Like you said, just picking up where they left off. The student section absolutely rocking down to our left here. We'll get some pictures of them in a little bit. Great to see everybody gussied up in their garb out there. And I guess with homecoming tonight, we're going to get some royalty. And I mean, is that whole thing? I don't know. I
don't know.
I didn't get a memo
today too. I know they used to do a parade. Maybe
I don't know if they do the parade anymore, which is a bummer. Well, they flipped that one back to number 11. He heads up to the 15. Here comes Hudson. Oh, high steps a couple out to the 20. Nice little bit of running there out to the 23-yard line and brought down. That's number 11, Trevon Johnson.
I think that was probably designed to be a reverse, but it looked like, here, you take the ball, I don't want to run with it. It was weird.
I was thinking the same thing. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to our Raider Stadium. Nice job by the D, collapsing on, wow, all over him. Got him for, I don't know, maybe picked up 1, but nice job by the defense there. You can get some stats after that first quarter.
Yeah, quick stats here for Hudson. 12 attempts in the run game, 45 yards, 3.7-yard average. 2 for 3 for Mears passing, 40 yards, 20 yards per reception. Mears, of course, with 2 rushing touchdowns in that first quarter. For Eau Claire North, 9 attempts, 21 yards, 2.3 average carry, and 2 for 3 for 19 yards on the pass game. So thank you, Jeff, for that.
Yeah, Mr. Tierstick, great job on the stats. Fun to have all that data.
Real quick, just going to mention, we've talked about this at home games, Hudson Booster Football Night. We have tonight Lucas Svoboda from the Hudson Boosters, honorary ball boy tonight, along with Benton Knutson. So congratulations to those 2 boys for being the booster.
Sorry, buddy. Getting all up in your grill here. I got more guests coming into the booth. Can't get enough of this.
I guess not.
Well, you hit that red button right there. Perfect. We got Miss Katie Axel in the booth with us. Katie, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We're gonna call some football here, and then we're gonna talk to you as well. I'm gonna call football first, and I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
All right, perfect. So 2nd down and 11 here. Keen hands this one off up the middle. Nice job by Hudson, all over him. Perfect. All right, Katie, from Get Out and Try. Katie Axel is my neighbor. Brought her crew with her tonight. Tyler and a friend. Who's this? Jaden. All right, cool. Thanks for joining me, you guys. So, Katie, tell us a little bit about what's going on tomorrow. We've got a nice fundraiser going on for a special lady in town.
Yes. Tomorrow at Jonesy's Local in Hudson, we are hosting a benefit for Casey Dawson, who is fighting metastatic ovarian cancer right now. And we have a lot of great sponsors that you have for Raider Streaming as well.
Yeah.
San Pedro del Este have donated.
Awesome.
We've got Willow River Saloon.
Awesome.
It's held at Jonesy's.
Awesome.
Which is a huge sponsor. We also have some Packer tickets to give away.
Go ahead. Nope. We're going to keep rolling. Keep rolling.
We have some Wild tickets to give away.
Wow.
We have a lot of baskets from businesses donated in town. Ultimissimo donated a hair care basket valued at over $800.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
we have a ton of great prizes.
Awesome. And then what are the details tomorrow? It's at Jonesy's. What time does it kick off at?
Starts at noon, goes until 5.
Okay.
Don't need to be present to win, but just show up.
Great.
Buy your raffle tickets, put your tickets in the prizes that you want to win, and cross your fingers and
Easy peasy. Love it.
help Casey fight this.
Love it. And Casey, if you don't know, she has worked in some of the restaurants in town. I mean, back in the day at Dick's, when we had the little kids, we used to go up there literally at 7 in the morning and grab a breakfast.
Yeah.
So our kids were up at 6 in the morning, and she would be in there, helping and kind of running the show there. And I think Jeremy or Jonesy cut his teeth with her back in the day, if I remember right, working over at Dick's for her.
Yes. Yeah, and she was a nanny to a lot of the kids in town.
Love it.
And then she also, if you have seen a lot of the little free libraries in town, she's probably built a lot of them as well.
No way, is that right?
She's touched this community in so many ways. It's time for us to gather up and support her.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming up. Tell me a little bit about Get Out and Try. Let's hear a plug for your company.
Thank you so much. Get Out and Try is a company that I started a couple years ago, and you just let me know if you have
go ahead. You go ahead.
It's a resource built for the residents that live here that showcases the events and happenings in the St. Croix Valley area. So St. Croix Falls, Taylor's Falls, all the way down to Prescott, Hastings, both sides of the river,
Awesome.
Minnesota, Wisconsin. You can find all kinds of things happening. GetOutandTry.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming up. Tyler, you want to say anything on the air? Go Raiders.
Yeah, go Raiders.
Nice. Your buddy want to say Go Raiders?
Go Raiders.
Nice. Well, Tyler, I appreciate you and your buddy coming up. Katie, thank you for coming up.
Thank you so much.
Please do support the fundraiser tomorrow over at Jonesy's, noon to 5. It's a big deal. As a community, we need to rally when folks are affected by cancer. So thank you in advance for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you. Mears back to pass here, up in the end zone. He's got a man. Oh, Jamison just gets the ball tipped out of his hand. Had good position. Ball hung up there for just a second, and the defender was able to knock that away. But so Hudson, again, gets the ball back. Great field position. 3rd and short here. Tries for the big play on that pass on 2nd down. But, again, in control. Just watching this, Ken, you talk about a team like North and in the little things. They drop that ball on 3rd down, and so that sets them back 5 yards. They muff the punt. All those little things there against a good team like Hudson can come back to bite you. Warner up the middle there. Should have enough for the 1st down. Gets a push at the end from the line.
Well, thank you for covering and watching the game there. Katie, and what's going on in town, it's a big deal, and so I just wanted to have her in the booth real quick. Thank you all for listening, and maybe some can attend tomorrow if you can. It'd be great.
Yeah,
noon to 5.
Yep, great fundraiser. Good location. Jonesy does a lot for the community and a lot for these sports teams too. So get out there and support this if you can tomorrow. I know it's going to be a nice weekend.
Yep. Pitch on over.
Nice block that time on the outside. Not much there. Warner was able to seal his guy outside, but the defense pursued, and Kruger not able to really do much with that.
Yep, not a lot going on there. So 2nd down, about 12 to go. If you're wondering if we're just going to keep having guests on, we are. We're going to have another one on in the third quarter.
It feels like a little bit like a clown car in here, though. I'm trying
to figure
out,
it's so tight, isn't it?
Can I duck under the desk and
it's
hide?
Tight. It's tight in here, isn't it? Oh, my gosh. Cue the Benny Hill music, right? All right, 2nd and 12 here. Mearsy back in the shotgun. Hand off to Warner. Warner's got some room up the middle there. Busts on down to about the 20, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 8, looks like.
Yeah, that time they pulled Weddleson, number 78, from the tackle position to lead that play. I can't imagine if you're a linebacker, you want to see Big Hank coming at you, but
no.
They were able to kind of make a pile and defense collapse. So Hudson with a 3rd and 9 here to keep the drive going. 7:54 left in the 2nd quarter. Probably 4-down territory here for Hudson, but we'll see what they do with the ball. Last week they had a couple 4th down plays they were able to convert.
Send Hasapopoulos in motion. Mears takes it, rolls out to his left. Looks, he's going deep. Looks up. My goodness. Thought there might have been a little interference maybe.
I thought so too. I couldn't really see the contact there, but certainly the defender was face guarding, didn't turn around to play the ball, but maybe he didn't make contact, and that's why they kept their flag in their pocket. Hey, we're going to kick a field goal
here,
man.
I think we are too. Well, when you get a kicker like Strong, you just go for the 3. Making dreams come true, this guy. So Strong from the right hash mark here.
38-yarder.
Kicks up. Oh, I think that's going to be just a little bit wide, maybe a little bit short.
No, I think he had the leg by a little bit, but just off the mark a little, just a tad. So, anyway, you know what? Again, you're up 13-0 here.
Yep.
May as well work on that kicking game. It can come back to help you down the road.
Can you zoom in on those two guys with the white outfits in the end zone there? Just real quick. Yep, just real quick.
So is your son the taller one with the headband?
He is the taller one, yep.
And you kind of grow him long and lean there, Ken.
Oh yeah, thank you, Adam. That's our younger one, Will, with his friend Quincy Burns, doing a little yearbook photography for homecoming, of course.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, so turn over here. They'll hand this one off. Nice hit there, coming across the 22-yard line. Might have picked up a half a yard. Nice job by Hudson.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, that is old Jacob Hanson, number 44 back. This is the first game he's played this year.
Is that right?
Did not catch that earlier,
That's
but
right,
I knew
yeah.
he hurt his meniscus earlier in the year, I thought.
Okay.
And at least what I had heard, I thought he was going to be out for a more extended period of time, but that certainly helps the defense. He's one of the returning players that had quite a bit of playing time last year at middle linebacker, so good to see him out there.
And Coach was alluding to that last.
Tempering, almost got that one.
That could have been into the house real quick if he gets another hand on that one. Coach had alluded to that 2 weeks ago when we had the real coach in the coach's corner that there might be some players coming back, and I think that was one that he had mentioned, if I remember right, Hanson.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, awesome.
Big wrestler, state
senior.
qualifier for wrestling, senior. Hits hard. Good to see him. Him and Thompson back there. It's a
big deal.
That's good.
So 3rd and long here. It looks like just inside of 10 yards. Ball sitting right now on the 22-yard line. Hudson up by 13. Just missed a field goal attempt there. So Huskies get this one deep in their own end here with a hole to climb out of. A little bit of a low snap there. He'll keep this one. Works his way over to the right side there. He's getting good pursuit. Tripped up at about the 25-yard line and out of bounds. Might have picked up half of what he needed there. That'll bring up a 4th. And it looks like 6 there, so they'll bring in the kicker. You'll remember the last snap that we saw was a little bit high and a little bit wily when they were kicking last time, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, at this point, Eau Claire's not really a threat to throw the football. I mean, that's a couple of times. And I think I'm going to go with Kine now, K-E-I-N. It's Keen, it's Kine. I apologize to the Eau Claire North people.
I would echo that, yep.
But again, what I've seen is a couple real short passes in that situation. Didn't even really attempt it. This should be returnable. Knee down that time.
Yep. Had a little bit of room there on that right side, but just couldn't quite get her done. Some of my favorite people tuning in from Baton Rouge. It's Justin and Tori. Thank you guys for tuning into the broadcast down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Oh, yeah, get some gumbo. Gotta love it down there.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. What's that? My son just keeps walking past like, hey, did you get me on TV yet? Did you get me? And I'll send him a quick picture here and let him know he has been captured on TV. So funny.
Yeah.
Well, Justin and Tori, some great folks over in Louisiana, had the pleasure of attending their wedding. One of the, and I'm not just saying this, one of the best weddings I've ever been to.
Yeah?
It was this nice old church, and at one point when the bride was supposed to come in, everybody looks back up the aisle, and the huge church doors open. There's sunlight at her back, and she's standing there. I'm like, it's like an angel. I mean, it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Tori, hats off. Nice job. Little handoff goes out to the left side. Nope, keeper by the quarterback. Sneaky Mr. Mears. First down, Hudson over the 50-yard line to the 48, I believe.
Same design play. That time it was quarterback keep. So what they did on first down that time is tried to run to that right side. Out the lead blocker not able to get a block on the defender. They come back with it opposite side. This time Mears keeps it. Those two front guys are decoys, and he picks up about 8 yards.
Nice play. First down. First down, right around the 52, as some might say. And looks like Warner cut loose. Attaboy. Breaks all the way down to the 37-yard line, 36-yard line. Nice job by Warner.
So this wedding, was this in Louisiana?
It was in Baton Rouge. It was my first time down there.
Did you eat some crawdads? Or?
I did everything. Oysters, crawdads, jambalaya, everything I could get my hands on, because I love flavor and spice, and the more the merrier for me. So it was a flavor explosion for a couple days. It was awesome. Hand off to Warner. Warner just chugging along right now. Nice job. Picks up about 5 as he runs out to the left. Yeah, I had no idea. This is my first time to Louisiana, and I had no idea how green and just, I don't know, it was beautiful. Yeah. I just thought it was just a very cool state. And Baton Rouge, a great town, and then we went over to New Orleans for a little bit too, and that was, New Orleans is a little bit different than,
yeah.
Woo, boy.
Yeah.
Crazy train there. All right, so second down and about 7 here. Send Spencer in motion. Another handoff. Warner, look at him go. Nice push by the line. Boy, they had the crew all the way to the 26-yard line before the ball was handed. I mean, they're just, what a push by that line.
Yeah, he had a posse there in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Big Hank Wedelson's moving tonight. He's getting out in front of those blocks and
he's a big
to
dude.
The next level, and nice to see.
Wedelson, just in case you were looking for the number, it's 78 out there, and once you cue in on him, he's a tough character to miss. He's what we like to call a big rig. He's like the big rig where they've got 2 trailers behind him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So first down for Hudson here on the 26-yard line. Mears directs traffic. Hospopoulos comes in, goes back out. Mears drops back. He's got a guy on the backside. Got to get rid of it. Mears look, tosses it up. He's got a guy. Touchdown, Hudson. What a play. Over to Jamison, just scrambling back there. That was Mearsy. And woo, puts one on the money for Jamison.
I didn't think he had enough real estate there to get rid of that football, and he did it on the run. He threw it on the run. Jamison came across the field, kind of cleared his man, and he was wide open. Good play that time. Great play by Mears, just to, again, throw it to a spot that only your guy can get it, and Jamison went up and made the catch.
Did you get that one or no? We'll take a look in a second here. Kicks up and no good, they say. A quick replay here. We missed her.
Yeah, so
no worries.
Eau Claire flushed Mears out of the pocket. They came with a blitz on that right side. Mears, again, with speed, gets outside the pocket, getting pursued. Not much room before he got out of bounds. In fact, he was actually kind of turning upfield like he was going to run it.
Yeah.
And then releases the ball. And there,
just a strike,
right there
too.
was Jamison behind the defender. So
yeah, Jamison and number 16, Anderson, Riley Anderson, in the mix there, too. So
that's about sticking with the play. Those receivers, all of a sudden, that's not a design play.
Yeah.
Because you had your quarterback flushed out of the pocket, and at that point, it's a scramble. But they came back, made themselves available, and gave him a target.
Awesome. Well, great job by the QB1 out there and his line. Boy, are they
having a good game tonight.
Yes, he is. His line's doing a great job protecting him in the pocket, getting some nice pushes, and what a great play on the scramble there, as you mentioned. It's a 19 rip right now. Hudson will boot this one left to right on the screen here. 4:02 to go. It's nice having the scoreboard posted up on our broadcast. We don't have to do anything manually. Jeff gets to sit back and relax on that stuff. Caught at the 11.
Easy job, Jeff.
They faked the handoff behind the play there. Number 1 takes this one off the right side. He's got a seam. Got a guy to beat. He does. Up there comes Hudson. They get back in the play here. Brought down at the 45, but a nice job.
Well, he got fortunate there because of the defender on that side, who's actually your safety valve. So those guys on the end are typically your guys that are trailing behind the rest of the defense as the play starts to pop to the side. They're supposed to be the last line of defense. He fell down, and then the runner was able to kind of get a burst of speed and get up the sideline. Good field position here for North with 3:50 left in the quarter.
Oh, see how the defense does here. This is one of the better starting field positions for North. Run out to the right side, picks up about 6-7 yards there. Nice little run. It's Keen on the keeper. Is it Keen?
I guess we're Keen now.
Is it Keen? I don't know. I'm trying to listen to what the PA guy was saying.
Dave Meyer, he usually does a good job of checking with the coaches, so we're going to go with Keen.
Keen. We'll stick with that.
Peachy Keen.
Peachy Keen. Yep. Keen shoes. All right. Second down and short here, about 3 or 4. Handoff, picks up a couple. Nice push to the pile there for the Huskies, and they'll get that one over the first down line there. Looks like they'll pick it up. Yep. They'll move the chains here, so that's on the 48-yard line. In Hudson territory now. Again, the clock ticking here, 3.5. Hudson love to come up with a nice stop here to end the half. Keene looked to his left there, held on to it, kind of a bit of a delay, but a keeper over the 30, 20, 15, 10, tiptoes. No, he tiptoed out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
He got a key block from Rosbeck, number 2. And Keene's got some speed. I mean, that's we were talking about they don't pass much, but, again, he's a decent runner, and he got outside that time. He had a lead blocker with Rosbeck. I think had he not stepped out of bounds, he would have definitely been close to the pylon.
Yeah, I agree. He was off to the races on the near side here. So a big first down here late in the half. 3:08 to go. Ball spotted just outside the 12-yard line here. All right, so Keene will run the offense here. Nice pickup by him. He hands this one off this time. It's Rosbach. Rosbach and Keene getting the load right now of things. So I'll bring up a second and I think 10. He didn't pick up much there. He's from the far marker. I'll rotate some personnel on that Husky side here, and 2:42 to go. And the clock's ticking again.
Yeah, Eau Claire, I think, called a timeout in that first quarter, so they should have 2 timeouts left.
Sure. 20 clock here. All right, so Keene's got his squad up to the line here, 2nd and 10. Keene looks out far side, just either through the hands or just a little high there. Maybe through the fingertips as that one went over number 11,
He had
Johnson.
to get rid of that ball quickly. Hudson was sending a blitz and got through the line, put pressure on him there to make him overthrow that receiver out in the flats.
All right, so a big third down coming up here. Probably 4 down territory, as Mr. Sundin would say.
I would say so. If you're 1-4 and
Yep.
you've only won 1 game in
You're going
6
for
years,
this.
I think, like you said, nothing to lose.
That's right. All right, so Keene will set up the squad here out on the 12-yard line. Keene drops back, looks left, looks right, fires it out to his right. Nice job by the defender to break that one up. Going for number 11 over there. That's Johnson, Trevon Johnson.
Descharme on the coverage that time. Trying to get him in that corner, had a little bit of a height advantage, but looks like quite a surplus substitutions here for North, so we'll see what they want to do. I think they're going to kick it.
I think they are too. And it looks like a kicker out there stretching his legs out.
All right. Well,
Little happy birthday by the Bleacher Creatures down to the left here. That's
somebody's
awesome.
got a birthday.
Happy birthday. All right, so a kick. They'll spot this one. Looks like he's on the 19 here. Well, see what we got. A little bit of a low snap. Kick up. It's a low one. That will be no bueno. No bueno. So a turnover on downs here, and I'm not sure.
That doesn't make much sense to me. But
that was a baffler with me as well.
Again, you pick up 3 points. Big deal.
Right.
You know, it's you're down basically 3 touchdowns, 3 scores here, and you're trying to establish with these young players some sort of, hey, we're going to improve every week. We're going to do these things. But
yeah.
Kicking the field goal, and then obviously it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but you know, it always helps to be an armchair
quarterbacks
right?
up in the booth here. Yeah, everything's easy for us.
But anyway, Hudson gets the ball back. Plenty of time here with 2:11 left on the clock and three timeouts. So
student section with the ho.
Good run that time by Hassapopoulos. Turned that north and south, picked up about another 3 yards there on that option play.
Nice job by Hassapopoulos. Number 7, 2nd and short. 2nd and 3. Hassapopoulos. He's got a name that once you figure out how to say it, it's just fun to say.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Rolls off the
Nice run here. Got a blocker in front of him. That's Warner. Warner out to the 33-yard line. Good hustle. That'll make for a easy first down. Move the chains. Here we go. Hey, you punch one more in before the half here.
Yeah, still plenty of time. And
you bet.
And again, we're seeing Hudson get better every week in that hurry-up offense. You know, getting up to the line of scrimmage.
Yes, sir.
Carter's taking control, getting everybody set, making the play call.
Spencer in motion. Holds it. Throws this one out to
open.
Kruger. Kruger wide open. Oh, just got turned around on the play. I thought it was going to kind of go in front of him toward the center of the field, and ended up going over his right shoulder. Kind of had the twist. Couldn't make the play.
Yeah, once you start backpedaling like that, it's hard to keep your balance. But
yeah.
Ball was on the mark. I mean, it kind of looked like it hung up there, but no defender around. Receiver was open.
Great call on that play there. Warner with 81 yards. Wow.
81 yards
Good
so
start.
far.
All right, 2nd and 10 here. Mears drops back, another passing play. Ton of protection. Weddleson just fending off his guy. Mears with a stutter step there, runs out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. So a nice little pickup by Mears. That will also stop the clock. Yes, they are trying to make their way over the midfield line here. Brings up a 3rd and about 2. 3rd and due. Well, again, stick around at the half. We are going to bring about as much entertainment as humanly possible, covering the Raiders, the band. If there's any homecoming shenanigans from a court to whatever, we're covering it. Boom. Warner with it now.
Oh, nice play that time by the
good tackle.
Middle linebacker, number 45, Blaze Toby. Hudson's going to take a timeout here. So, okay, you're up 19-0.
Yep.
Hudson's going to go for it, right? We're playing this game.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think so.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And again, it kind of goes back to that whole thing with North deciding to kick a field goal instead of go for it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, are you coming to play to be respectable, or are you coming to play to win?
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But we'll see. You know, Hudson again in control. Looks like they may go with a punt here. Getting the personnel out there. Looks like some different guys getting lined up. Some of the offense is out. So good first half for Hudson here.
Yeah.
See if they can finish the half with a good punt and pin back the Huskies here to finish this second quarter.
You know, I kind of like this punt, right? Because if you go for it and get stuffed, you give them a minute.
Yeah. And
what if they get something going, get a little momentum? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's the right play.
Yeah, it's when you play golf and you do the adult shot.
Yeah, the layup versus going for the green.
That's right. That's right.
Par 4.
That's right. Amen, brother. Snaps back. Nice snap. Kicks up and away. What a boot. My goodness. Caught down at the 20.
Nice
lit up.
there.
But nice job rolling out of that tackle. Trying to get one around the ankles. They got to bring him down, and they do at about the 38-yard line. Thomas with a nice little return there. Yeah. Crafty little run there.
Yeah. Hassapopoulos was on that. Just the receiver, Thomas, just eluded him. He got down in a hurry and covered that punt. But 54 seconds left here, first half.
Hassapopoulos on the punt coverage, too. I like it. Guys all over. Here we go. First down here. Keene to make something happen. Under a minute to go in the half here. Sends a man in motion. Fakes the handoff. Keene trying to take this one. Oh!
No goal. Evan
no,
Tyler.
You're not going to do that.
Nice read. Hung with it. Strung the play out. Able to get that sack. Big sack that time for a 7-yard loss. Evan Tyler. He's too athletic. You're just not going to get around him.
Yep. Big guy that can move quick. Fun to see. So clock winding down here under the 30-second mark. Again, stick around over the half. We're going to cover a whole bunch of action here. Keene pitches this one on over.
Tyler again.
Oh, pitch
turns
back,
that play
fumble,
back.
turnover. I don't know what's going on here.
Evan Tyler again turned that back to the inside, and then the Raiders just collapsed on it. And there's your half.
All right, so that's the first half, 19-0. Stick around. We'll be back after this short break to bring you all the action.
Alyssa Crone, Eugenia Roth, Lindsay Fielke. Congratulations to homecoming princesses Sophie, Sabrina, and Claire Keach. And your 2021 homecoming queen is Ava Barreau. Congratulations to everyone. And now for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the award-winning state champion Raiders dance team. The team is coached by Haley Hensler, Gretchen Olson, Monica Surrey, and Kristen Bund. Tonight, the team will be dancing a prom routine choreographed by 9 seniors: Sophie, Aubrey, Sophie, Avery, Natalie, Hunter, Haley, Izzy, and Sydney. Let's hear it for the Raiders! Stunt team to the field. This year the team is led by 3 senior captains: Carly Crowell, McKenna Dundiamico, and Abby Janicki. The team is coached by Lori Van Allen, Curtis Gull. Tonight the cheerleaders will stunt to the music titled "Victory is Our Destiny." field, the Hudson High School Marching Band.
Hi, I'm Megan Ford, and I'm Kate Wood, Village Images of the Hudson Marching Band. Our 2021 production is entitled Among the Stars. Selections include Also Sprout Zarathustra, Enterprising Young Men, Monkeys, and Jupiter. The band is under the direction of Ryan McCarthy and Lucy Hanson. We are excited to perform for you this evening and hope you enjoy our performance.
Drum makers Megan Ford and Caitlin Kirk, is your band ready? Hudson High School Marching Band, you may take the field for your halftime performance.
Welcome back to Raiders Stadium. It's Ken Conan.
Whatever happened with our naming? We were going to have a little naming contest.
So I got a couple in, and I hadn't had a chance to regroup with you.
Yeah.
On which one we wanted to go with.
Well, maybe that's something for next week because we have two home games left for sure.
That's right.
Depending on playoffs, there could be another one, but we don't want to wait until the bitter end of the season for the last home game and call it.
Right. So, what if you're not familiar with what Mr. Sundin's talking about? We are looking to name the field just for fun, right? Not official, but for official fun for us.
Yeah.
And so if you come up with a name that we end up picking, we're going to give you a gift of some sort with some Raider streaming garb or something or other. We'll give you something cool.
Yeah.
So you can email. You can click on, if you're on RaiderStreaming.com, you can go to that homepage. You can click on the link that says email the booth. If you're on the schedule page at RaiderStreaming.com, another email the booth. You can click that. Or you can text Aaron his cell phone. Oh, we probably shouldn't do
that.
Real funny, Ken. Real funny.
That, and I don't need him to. So,
so just email the booth. Let us know what you would like to call Raider Stadium, Raider Field here, and we will next week. We're gonna figure that out. Yeah, that's on me. I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, we kind of. We do so well out of the gates.
I know. We really come out fast.
I think it's our attention span.
So. I know, right? Well, you got some stats. When you're ready, you got some scores. You got all sorts of stuff ready to roll.
So
let's
start with the scores. A couple of tight games going on right now. Up in Rice Lake at the half, it's Rice Lake 8, Chippewa Falls 7. So again, we talked about Rice Lake being the one undefeated team in the conference at this point, and they're up 8-7 at the half. In New Richmond, it's 21-20 at the half. New Richmond over Menominee. Should be able to keep up to date on that. I'm getting text in the booth from people that are at that game.
Huh. Sweet.
It sounds like both teams have gone up and down the field. Nobody's stopped anybody yet, so we'll see what happens.
Bit of a horse race going on there. Okay.
Right. And then we'll get you another score here. I think the other game going on would be Memorial and Superior, and we don't have a score in that yet, but I'll get that as the game goes on.
Right on.
Quick here before we kick off the second half, some stats for Hudson in the first half. 25 carries for 122 yards, 4.1 or 4.88 on the average. And Warner, I believe we talked about Jaden Warner has, Jeff, what did you say for 82 yards for number 33, Jaden Warner.
Wow.
Carter Mears accounted for all 3 of those touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air, 3 of 7.
Kind of a highlight reel tonight for Mr. Mearsy.
Yeah, 3 of 7 in the passing game, 66 yards, and he did have that touchdown to Jamison. So for North, not much going. They've got 20 rush attempts for 49 yards for a 2.45 average, 2 of 6 in the passing game for 19 yards. Still no score.
Osopopoulos heading up to about the 30. Gets tackled by the Huskies there. Thanks again, Jeff Tiersick, for the stat work. It is great to have that in the booth. I know we've talked about that for a couple years now, Aaron, and
yeah, it's great.
So nice
Jeff,
to have.
awesome.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It just makes us look smarter than we really are. So
Lord knows we're 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm out of toes, and fingers. What now?
Right.
Oh yeah, Rochester and Spooner. We're about a freaking brain cell short of a dozen. Why am I ripping on ourselves like
know,
that?
Man.
Jeez,
You know,
so disparaging.
I think combined we could be pretty lethal.
Oh,
I'm not
you
sure
bet.
about
You bet.
Warner again.
Hand off to
Big run
Warner.
up the middle.
Warner. Wow, what a hole there by the line.
Big Ben Forcier out there leading the pack.
Forcier played Coach Cowles in our pregame show, and we had to air that over the half too. It was just too good not to throw back in. Thank you,
He's
Ben,
a
for being.
character.
Yeah,
He's
thanks.
a character.
Thanks for being a good sport. Funny guy. So nice job on that carry. Bring up 2nd and short here. Have to throw some shout outs out there in a little bit here. So again, 2nd and short. They'll spin. Spencer Kruger in motion. Mears takes this one. Dodges 1 or 2. Picks up the first down. No problem. All right, quick shout out to my bride out there. Apparently she's tuning into some football. I love it.
I got a shout out too, some friends of ours. So my daughter plays softball out in Moorhead, Minnesota. One of her teammates is from Dickinson, North Dakota.
Okay.
They happen to move to Hudson, Wisconsin. Not because of me. She got a job over in Stillwater. They moved to Hudson, and so we get together with them from time to time.
Yeah.
Beth and John McNeely are their names, and they texted me and said, we're finally at a game.
Well, here you go. How great is that?
I think they've been listening to a few, but they're at this game tonight. So John played football in college, and he's a great big guy. You can't hardly miss him, so I don't see him yet. But
awesome. Well, we've got our special guest for the 3rd quarter has joined us too, Mr. Pete Foster.
Pete Foster,
yes,
in the
sir.
house.
One of our faves. We'll watch a play or two here, Pete, and then we'll get you on the horn with us. So again, 2nd down, about 9 to go.
Warner again gets a great block that time from Hartwig.
Huge run. Johnny Hartwig on the block, number 62. One of my faves, known him for a long time.
What I've seen in the second half the last few weeks with Hudson is there's that re-energizing of that offensive line at the half. So we talked about Coach Ted. Coach Ted's a popular coach in this coaching staff, and I think he goes in at half. They make some adjustments, but I always see him firing off the ball a little harder in the second half. I would agree,
which is fun to see. It's 3rd and short here. Mears drops back. He's going to pass this one.
Wide open.
Oh, he had him over the middle. Just got lit up, too. Jamison looking for the call on that one as he just got kind of smoked right at the 32-yard line.
Yeah,
so
he got hit. I mean, pass was overthrown. So you got kind of a defenseless receiver there. He didn't lead with the head. He hit him low, but unfortunately just kind of hit him right at the knees there.
Yeah,
so
I would agree.
Hand the mic to Pete, and we'll take a break from the field here for a second.
All right, let me turn this mic on. Mr. Foster, how are you, sir?
Hey, Ken. Good to see you.
Thanks for joining me, buddy.
Absolutely.
So homecoming was bringing me back to last year. Your daughter was the queen, I believe. Is that right? Am I remembering that right?
She was, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
She's a freshman at UMD now. Yeah, this year.
That's awesome.
That's right. I had actually forgotten about that.
We won't mention that to her.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So, Pete, you got invited into the booth. You're one of our faves in town. Run a ton of great businesses downtown. But you're also a Hudson alum and football player.
That's right. Class of 88.
Oh, that's what I am too.
I know that.
I love it. You and me and Hess, right? Yeah. So flashback to back in the 80s. Any memorable games that still stand out in our 50-year-old memories.
Man, that's a long time ago, Ken.
Right?
Yeah, actually, homecoming for us was very memorable because it was the only game that we won that year.
All right.
Oh,
So
boy.
I hate to
It count
admit
when
that.
it mattered, right?
Yeah, I believe it was Eau Claire Memorial.
Okay.
And good old Newton Field.
Oh,
and
boy.
we had, in our defense, it was our first year in the Big River Conference from the Middle Border Conference,
Okay.
in prior years. And so the competition was a little bit more than we could handle most of the time. But we had a great time.
I love
let you
it.
call this play here.
Oh, a kick launched down the field. It looks like a good one there. He'll wave off the fair catch. Takes a Hudson bounce. Hasapopoulos down there to
Got it.
help
Great
touch
punt.
it.
Yeah, good
down
punt.
inside the 5.
Great punt.
We'll take that all day.
Absolutely, yeah. They're playing really, really good. I love watching some of these guys. I can't believe how fast some of them are.
It's awesome, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering, as long as I'm up here, I might as well ask you. I'm buddies
Yeah.
with Larry Fallon. What happened to Cooper?
So it sounded like an upper body kind of deal that happened last game that he went out.
Gotcha.
So
He's
Larry.
He's a good player. Oh yeah. Larry's he's on my team over there at the Tamarack Tap Room in Woodbury.
way.
That's how we met him originally. Yeah.
So Larry and I met through lacrosse this year. Our two boys played lacrosse, went to the state title game together. Larry was our manager.
Oh, is that right?
And what a hoot
I
he
bet
is.
he's a good one.
Oh, he's a wild one, yeah.
I bet he's a good one.
He is one of the best. Nice little running play here.
Off
Out
to the races there, Rossbach.
Yep.
Got a good seam and just popped that open for about 30 yards.
So Larry's dad is one of the best. He is he's an old timer with some great stories, and he can
right?
spin a tale. Yeah, he's one of my favorite guys to talk to. He's really fun.
Interesting.
So what else is going on? Let's just talk real quick. Barker's, San Pedro.
Barker's is doing great.
Good.
It's been a mess downtown, as everybody knows, for quite a
Oh, yeah.
while now, and it's starting to clear out. So
Good.
we're seeing more traffic. We'll let this go.
Bit of a high snap.
Ball on the ground.
Misplayed there. Ball down at the 27-yard line. Woo!
Yeah, it's nice to have some parking downtown
It
again,
is.
right, Pete?
Things are clearing
my
up, and they're
gosh.
moving north, and we had a decent summer, but it definitely impacted all of the businesses down there.
For
But
sure.
The community's been so great supporting us, and a lot of the takeout business, of course, when we were in the heat of COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just grateful and very fortunate to be in this community.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about, speaking of the old Newton Field, boy,
Yeah.
if we had this turf up there, I think we would have maybe won another game.
You would have. Just think how fast you would have been.
Oh,
it would
my
have been like
gosh.
smoke coming off your
right?
feet.
Right.
Keane drops back the pass, rolls out to his right. You got a guy, fires it behind him.
We
though.
just had Aaron Moen was up here before, and he had played a game on Newton, and he had talked about the game that they played, a playoff game where it got rainy and the field was slippery, and you don't see that on these types of fields now. Kids don't understand that.
It's beautiful. It's
and,
beautiful.
And back in the day when it was raining or snowing, you practiced harder because
Right,
your coaches
right.
wanted you out there in those elements.
Right.
And it was fun.
Right.
Love
How about when Newton Field would freeze? That was always fun.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that, right?
It got nasty. Yeah.
Oh, that cannot feel good to get tackled.
No.
So a long third down coming up here, third and about 14 to go. Keane trying to get his team moving here. Got him out of the hole a little bit. Fakes that one.
Blitz coming.
Woo!
Oh,
Big ol' hit there. Big time. Was that
Evan
Tyler in on
came on the blitz that time.
Nice job.
He's fast.
Flexing the
Very
muscles
fast,
here. I love it.
Just for his size, he moves extremely
He
extremely
is a
well.
big rig.
Yeah, let's get a replay of that. If we
Yeah,
can.
we'll watch that.
Brings up a 4th and 22.
Well, you guys have been doing a great job all year. I watched most of the games.
Do you?
And-
Nice.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah,
Yeah,
I text you when-
that's right.
yeah.
That's right, Pete.
Yeah, you guys do a really nice job, and I love the
Tyler,
new
great
replay
job.
feature because that's something that when you're watching from home, you wanna see it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, without having to
Thank
hit your
you.
computer.
So the
and
technology continues to grow here.
It does.
I asked him. I told him I wanted the Madden Telestrator, and his eyes kind of got big, and he thought for a second, and I think I'm gonna get it. I think we're gonna get it.
So pump the brakes. I looked into it. What the heck? It's thousands.
Come
It's
on.
crazy. I know.
Come on.
Unlimited list budget here. Come on. It's the River Channel on Raider Streaming. Let's do this. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. And earlier he says, oh, yeah, and I want sideline cameras too this year, Ken.
Oh, yeah.
You know, why not?
I could do a little sideline reporting for you if you want.
That would be good.
Get out of town. Would you do that? That'd be great.
Yeah.
That would be
fun to do
awesome. That would be awesome. So Hudson back with the ball here, just across midfield here, going left to right. Mearsy hands this one off. Nope, keeps it right up the middle. Been doing a lot of that tonight. Picks up a smooth 9 on the play.
Yeah, he's getting more comfortable every week in that offense, and
love it.
And we're seeing how good of an athlete he is too tonight. He's got a couple rushing touchdowns, passing touchdown, and moving around well.
This team seems to be really well coached. Also, I've noticed not a lot of penalties.
Yes.
I am a Vikings fan, so remember the first game of the season.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So that was great.
You guys got another matchup this week that's no joke.
We're in trouble.
Sea Chickens are in town?
Galvin's out, and we're in trouble.
Oh,
Barr's
my.
out.
Wow. It's a rocky start for the squad from across the river. Mearsy rolls out to his right, looks
Nice,
downfield.
easy
Got
pass, wide
Hassapopoulos.
Oh.
Woo! What a play. Hassapopoulos just inside the 20. We're going to the replay, baby. Wow, what a
Love
beauty.
it. He's one of my favorite players.
Hassapopoulos has been one of my faves, too. He's so fun to
Mears
watch.
that time rolling out. Again, they're getting a lot of open receivers just coming across the
Thanks,
field
Jeff.
there, playing to Mears' strong side. And doesn't have to take a cannon of an arm to get that pass in there. Just good touch, and Hassapopoulos keeps his feet in.
Great little play. Now, Foster, back in the day, what was your position or positions?
Well, strong safety on the D side and halfback on the offensive
Really?
side. Yeah,
Really?
Played a lot more defense than offense. But
all right.
Yeah, played with Aaron. Probably will remember John Wallace. Played with him. He was a year older, but we had a fun time that our junior year.
Okay.
Last in the year in the middle border, and John, there were some good players, seniors on that team. So
He went on to play collegiately, and did he play in the Bigs too?
Captain of Mankato State for I think 3 or 4, maybe even 4 years, and then he got some couple tryouts with the Vikings.
Nice. Oh, trying to run that around that far edge, and Hassapopoulos just gets taken down for a loss on the play.
If you remember the Vikings in Mankato,
used to train there.
Training camp, the old Keith Millard through the drive-through story.
Yeah.
I think John might have been in the back seat on that deal.
Really?
For real?
Oh yeah. Sorry, John. If
I
you're
always
listening.
think about the Keith Millard. When did the cops come in and he said something like, "You don't want those aren't guns.
Right.
These are guns."
right.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Great
good
stuff.
stories there down in
Great
Mankato,
stuff.
and the Vikings were there.
So 3rd and long here. We'll see what the Raiders can come up with. Mears back in the shotgun. He'll send a man in motion. That's Spencer Kruger running tonight. Mears out to his right. Mears looking downfield.
Oh,
just
I tell you what, that
overthrown.
was a good-looking pass, though. I mean, again, Carter trying to get it in their tight spot, but he throws well on the run.
He throws great on the run. In the second quarter, when he got away from this, the defense around the corner and threw it down, he turned on a burst of speed that was pretty nice.
Yeah,
that was sweet. Yeah, 2 guys chasing him just right up his backside.
Tell you what, my daughters played in the Powder Puff game the other day. I was hoping you guys had broadcast that, but
did they win?
Well, it ended controversially.
Oh,
I'll tell
boy.
you that much. The seniors,
Under protest?
It is.
Okay.
Officially.
Mears drops back, rolls out to his left now. Look. Tosses one deep. He's got a guy. Dives for it. Cannot get it. Came up just a little bit short there in the end zone. That looks like Spencer Kruger, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is Kruger, and he might have taken a knee to the helmet there. The timing on that play, the defensive back was coming back to the ball and might have got there a little early, but nonetheless, no penalty flag. So,
well, a turnover on downs there, and so the Huskies will take over deep in their own end.
Tell you what, guys, that going back to that Powder Puff game, there are some unbelievably fast, athletic girls on both junior and senior class, chucking the ball, catching the ball.
That's awesome.
End arounds. I mean, it was impressive.
So when my daughter was in high school, this is a few years ago, they won both years they had it, and apparently she told me the history that the seniors had won all these years in a row. So there was always the controversy that the seniors would win because they couldn't score it right.
Sure.
Right.
Well, my daughter's group had some athletes too, and one of them was a girl named Anna Wilgren.
I remember Anna.
Plays
yeah.
hockey at Mankato and was
pretty good.
Had the Olympic tryouts this year and was very close to making the Olympic team.
She's really good.
And talking about having an arm. Anna had an arm, and I tried
Really?
to get her to play softball for years.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
play softball, but she was a hockey kid. So I get that. I remember I watched the score, Pete, and I think it was like, they didn't do extra points or anything, but whatever, 24-6 or something like that. And somebody said, no, 24-18. And I'm like, what did I miss?
Right.
Was I asleep for a couple touchdowns or what?
That's nice. Now, which daughter? You got a senior?
I've got twin juniors, twins.
Twin juniors.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Okay. So
they're-
playing. Okay.
yep,
Got it.
Yep.
And what are their names?
Francis and Brennan.
Nice.
Yep. And
Wow.
They had a great time playing in that game.
So I was asked or told about it by my youngest son, who's a senior this year, Will. He said, Dad, you should cover that. Well, it was like the day of.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I can't figure this out all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So maybe next year, Pete.
Next year.
We'll get you in the booth.
Yeah.
Aaron and I, we'll get the three amigos up there.
I'll do the sideline.
I love
in
it.
that game.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Right
you guys
on.
in for that?
I'm
absolutely.
in. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. That could be fun.
What I like is they get boys to coach it, right? So
Right.
these boys
Nice.
show up, and one year they were wearing suits, and these guys
they
are
were
sitting there with
wearing suits the other
clipboards,
day.
and
Yeah.
It was great.
No
what
way.
do they do? And they just say,
There's something
"Go
rah,
on,
rah, rah.
boy."
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Second and long coming up for the Huskies here. Yeah, the guys were in suits this year, too. I think I saw
Yep,
some pictures.
They were.
A bit of a miscue on the handoff there, but gets it away. Third down and long coming up. Maybe picked up a yard on that play. Yeah, that's fun. I tell you, there's just something about the energy at homecoming it feels great. It's fun.
great.
Fun to see all the.
Big improvement over last year. 'Cause of the,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what your daughters are saying, but from my perspective as a parent, the school spirit and the spirit from the students, just in general, is like a times 10.
Oh, yeah.
From where pre-COVID, it's like
Yep.
off the charts.
Yep,
Which
I agree.
it's awesome.
They're into it. Yeah,
They really are.
I've got a 12-year-old, and she's up there with 100 of her friends watching.
No way. Is that right?
That's awesome.
Oh,
That's
that's
awesome.
super cool. Super cool. Another girl?
Yes, 4 girls.
You got 4
Yep,
of them.
Yep.
Woo!
Yep.
Full boat over there.
Yep. It's interesting at the Foster household.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's well put. That's awesome. So
two male labs though, Willie
There
and
you go.
Waylon.
Oh,
Yeah.
so there's 3 guys
perfect
in the
names,
house.
too.
Yeah,
Perfect names.
Yeah, they're good dogs.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So fourth down. It looks like you got a kicker coming in here. They'll boot this one right to left on the dial here. Just a little bit left to go in the third quarter. Good snap this time.
Oh, my goodness.
A bit of a hold in there, I
I
saw.
pulled them right back.
Yeah, that might be a hold. Here we go. Hudson off to that left side. Trying to make some room. Gets over the 42, 45, stumbling over the 50. Nice job. That was Riley Anderson, I believe, on the far side on the return. Got a replay tuned? We'll take a peek at that.
Yeah, he's shifty. We saw him
Yeah.
last year in a couple JV games we covered. And again, we're getting some kids in there that don't normally play.
Yep.
Or that are different this year. But with Troy Boning out, you've got somebody now that's different, returning the punts and kicks. And they're filling the job well. So,
Yep. Doing a
that's
great job
positive.
out there. Doing a great job.
Lots of athletes are coming up through, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
There is, it's the junior class now, but I've talked about it for a couple of years. There's a sophomore class with that Will McDonald. Now they're juniors, right? Will and Spencer. And, I mean, there's a handful of them that are just very
Warner
talented.
again.
Yeah.
So we had him at 102 yards here last series for Hudson, and that rip of about 10 yards gives him, 112 roughly, Jeff?
Wow.
So another 100-yard game for him. I think that's 3 in a row.
That's something, isn't it? That is something.
We'll have to try to get a tracker on what he's got for the season so far.
Well, it'll be interesting when Cokes comes back. I think he might be, a game or two away, maybe.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But
Warner again, Ben Forcier leading the pack.
Forcier, he's just a machine up the middle.
He wakes up a little bit in the second half.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like throw a cold bucket of water on his head in the locker room in the half, I think.
Yeah.
Gives one of those, He's one of those kids, every time you see him on social media when the creatures post something, he's yelling and his face is shaking like old Farley style. Remember Chris Farley would shake that face of his?
Yeah.
That's Forcier. Super funny guy. Their handoff.
Oh,
nice
pancake
job.
block that time by
Wow.
number 77, Rambo. Yeah, they're playing with some fire. I think they got challenged at the half and said, guys, we can do better than this. Yeah, we're up 19-0, but we probably left some points on the board or on the field that we could have scored. So good to see.
I like it. Well, and Forcier, who was pretending to be Coach Callis for our interview, was talking about that, how they have been finishing games and working all the way into the fourth quarter, even though they've been up by a bunch.
Yeah.
Another handoff inside. Nope, pitched out to the far side. Hopsopopoulos. Nice pickup. Tricked me on that one.
That's the option. If you run it well, you're going to think that somebody else has the ball. So a nice play by Beers that time.
First down. Love it. And so no storm damage by any of the restaurants? I know the pier got hit a little bit, a lot of it.
Minor.
Okay.
A few things on the roof on a couple of the buildings, but nothing too major.
Okay,
so,
good.
Yeah, we were open back up by 5 o'clock that next day. Yeah. So.
Wow.
Boy, I got to give a shout out after this play here.
Spencer Kruger, nice job. Puts his head down. Rolls into about the 16-yard line. Nice run by Kruger.
The city's done a nice job this week cleaning up. So we live downtown. On the broadcast last week, we're at 3rd and Elm Street. Fortunately, we didn't have as much damage as some of our neighbors, but they've done a really nice job of getting some of those piles cleared. And
I would agree.
And there were some huge stacks of brush and things.
Tons of it.
And it was hard to kind of, you go down a certain road, it's like, how do I get out here without getting T-boned?
Right. Warner on the carry there, brings it down to about the 10. It's going to be close to a first down.
He's running hard.
XL Energy did a great job the morning after getting power up. I know a lot of people. I mean, at North Hudson, we weren't up till 10 o'clock, but they got downtown up by 1:30.
That was crazy. I couldn't believe how quick downtown was up and running.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a doozy. Hats off to everybody who volunteered and helped out and came down and.
Yep, lots of folks just wandered downtown with chainsaws and hand saws and help people out. So it was
super cool
great
town.
To see.
Yeah, we had people coming with chainsaws. We had people coming with ice cream. We had people coming with water.
That's awesome.
Come with beer?
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. So we put that aside, worked the chainsaws, and we got it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Be smart. Be smart. I love it. I love it.
But it's funny you say one of our neighbors. A lot of these people that live in town don't have chainsaws. And I grew up in the Northwood, so I have 3. But my neighbor went and bought one, and we were going to help out the next door neighbor. And all of a sudden, we saw another guy trying to cut. It was about an 18-inch base tree with a handsaw.
Oh my gosh!
I go, you should go help him.
Yeah, right. Go. He needs the help. Yep.
Can you imagine?
All right, we got stats coming in hot here.
Well, thanks for
Pete,
having me.
Thank you for coming up. It's always good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you too.
Yeah.
Aaron,
thanks, Pete. Good to see you, buddy.
Thank you for
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt.
I
have no doubt. You guys would have won more games on this turf.
Absolutely, no question about it.
100%.
No question about it.
100%.
We'll leave it at that.
I love it.
Thanks, boys.
Again, Pete Foster, thanks for joining us on the program. See you, buddy.
All right, we're going to get to some scores here, too. Hudson, as they score. That happened quick for us, guys.
That was too quick.
We were wrapping up with Pete, but
we got a replay. We got a replay.
Gets his touchdown on the night.
Look at this guy.
Good blocking. Weddleson leading the pack there. Warner goes in for some hard yardage.
That away. Well-earned touchdown. He's put in a lot of hard work today, so good to see him get one.
Yeah, he's playing very well. So I'll work on the scores here.
Yep.
I'll see if I can get an update from my people up there in Menominee, or up in.
Strong kicks up. Boy, he hammered that one. Strong sent that one about to the school workout weight room there. Wow.
So real quick from that third quarter, for Eau Claire North, 7 attempts, 27 yards on the ground, 3.85 average, 1 of 2 passing for 4 yards. For Hudson, 63 yards on the ground on 13 carries, 4.8 average, 1 for 4 in the passing with a 28-yard pass connection for Mears. I'll get you some updates here. Just got to send out a couple texts and see what I can find out about these scores. But Hudson with a nice drive there to finish that quarter off and start the fourth quarter with a touchdown.
Quick shout out to Mr. Chris Jansen out there in the hot tub time machine. Hopefully you were in in this year here. And oh my goodness, one of my favorite neighbors, Carly Tierstig, watching from Old Miss.
Cool.
Carly, we miss you in the neighborhood. Great to hear how great you are doing down there, and thanks for tuning in, rooting on your alma mater here. Hudson Raiders in command right now, 26-0. Well, dropped at the 15 here. He's like, you take this. No, I got to run with it this time. Darn it. Taken down at about the 21-yard line. That was number 1, Thomas, on the carry.
Speaking of your neighbors, I went over to the Wallings last night for a little while and hung out with them and
Steve and Jill,
some other former girls basketball parents, and
some good
it's good
people
to see everybody there, including former Raider football coach Jerry Yucatil. So we talked a little football. Yeah.
So I know you guys are buddies. We need to get him up in the booth sometime.
Love to.
I would love to have him up here to just chat it up, and we throw you guys on the mic for a quarter or something.
Yeah, I tell you what, you want to talk about somebody that understands the game. So he was a very good collegiate player up at UW Superior.
Yeah.
Coached over in Chippewa Falls for a number of years, but he was talking about last night, and he had a passing attack. So his teams and his quarterbacks set a lot of records over at Chippewa Falls McDonald. But he talked about going to seeing a game up in the Canadian Football League where they ran motion.
Okay.
So before the play, you see the motion happening,
Sure.
right? So Jerry called the WIA and said, "Hey, I saw this thing up at a football game in Canada, and they did this certain type of motion."
Oh, great pressure! Almost. Oh, McDonald got a paw on that one, looking for a pick six. Almost. Great play.
Marnell with the pressure.
Yeah.
So anyway, he went to the WIA, called on this, and they said, "Yeah, you can do that."
You can
they looked
do that.
at the rule
Yeah.
book. I don't even think they were so sure.
Yeah.
So he comes out next game and he starts running this motion. First thing that happens, penalty flag, right? The referees weren't even aware that he could do it. So Jerry had to go over there, explain to him, "No, this is all legal.
Legit.
It's in the books."
Yep.
So, of course, he caught everybody off guard. He was ahead of his time, I guess is my point.
Wow, that's awesome.
And so you go down and you play Chippewa Falls McDonald, and back in those days, it's a lot of running and all this, and here comes this passing attack with all these people moving parts.
Just crazy, yeah.
And they kind of took it two teams, but
that is super cool.
So real quick, I do have a score update in that New Richmond-Menominee game. Thank you to Chad Derrick, who's up there watching that game.
Thank you, sir.
28-21, and it sounds like there's about 10 minutes left in the half.
Who's leading that one?
I'm sorry, Menominee up, 28-21.
Okay,
so,
thank you.
Sounds like they're taking control of that game here a little bit.
Interesting.
I got a fourth quarter score. Rice Lake and Chippewa at Rice Lake is still 8-7. So tight game up there.
Really? Interesting.
And, hanging on there. So we'll try to catch that score.
And who's
at the
in
end
the
of
lead
game.
on that one?
I'm sorry, that one again is
I'm a little
Rice
slow.
Lake.
Rice Lake. Thank you.
Yep, Rice Lake's up 8-7. I'll see if I can find that Eau Claire Memorial score.
Interesting, Rice Lake and Chip there. Really a low-scoring affair. This one's fielded at the 45, the Hudson 45. Good tackle there by the Huskies. Student section.
No score on that Superior Eau Claire Memorial game, so they aren't updating on my site. So we'll see. It might pop up later, but.
Roger that. Well, thank you for all the updates there. That is awesome. Oh, between our updates and our statistician.
We got a lot going on.
Got a lot going on up in the old booth nowadays, Adam. What do you think?
Up in the clown car.
Adam's like,
I
these
feel like
guys.
We're juggling.
Adam on the camera doing an excellent job. Thank you again for the excellent halftime coverage. Very well done. Hopefully we put some smiles on some parent faces out there. Spencer in motion here. They'll pitch it on over to him. Spencer heads upfield. He's got some room. Nice hustle down to about the 44-yard line.
So look at where Hartwig is. He's down to the 30-yard line. Look where that play ended. The other guy right behind him was Big Hank again, number 78. So I tell you what, we might need to bring some of that popcorn to Coach Ted there, the offensive line coach, because whatever he did at halftime, these boys are reacting to it. Yeah, they're finishing their blocks and getting a body on people.
I like it when the O-line's heading taking their guy into next week. Second down, 2 to go. Against Kruger in motion. handoff to Warner. He gets tackled immediately. Loss on the play there. Bring up like a 3rd and 4, I think. Yep. Again, fourth quarter here, winding at 9, just 9 and some change to go. Hudson definitely in the driver's seat here. A fun homecoming game for the crew here, and great to have such great guests up in the booth. And we might have one more joining us. We'll see.
I'm watching
we'll
for
see.
him. We'll see if he heads up this direction.
We'll see. We'll keep that one under wraps for now. Third.
He might be making one more run for the popcorn.
3rd and 4 here.
Oh,
he came across early. That'll get you 5.
That's a first down.
That is a first down, my friend. So next week, we're going to tee this one up just real quick. Next week, it's the Pink Out game, cancer awareness game. Rhinos Foundation will be represented during that game. We are doing a lot of, fundraising, you'd call it, for the Rhinos. You can always go out to my page on the home page. Just scroll down. I think it's right at the top of the page, actually, right now. And there's wow, that option had me fake. Wow, Mears off to the races. Touchdown, Hudson. Mears had at least had me fooled. You got a replay for us?
Yeah, he
had me biting on that handoff up the middle. And look at him go.
They all bit on that fullback fake.
Great job, Adam.
Mears saw that hole, was able to get out in front of the defense, and again, he's showing me a lot of speed tonight. I mean,
he can move, right? Yeah. Wow.
Big night for him.
Great job on the camera, Adam. That was all world catching that play. Kick up and good. Strong on the kick. Shima Strong, that one's for you. Woo! Hudson in charge right now. Oh, Mears with some heck of a stat night for him. He's been playing fantastic.
So 77 yards on the ground for him tonight.
Wow. Great work by Mr. Carter Mears out there. Fun seeing him in action. So I was saying, you can go to our RaidersStreaming.com, our homepage. Near the top of the page, you'll see a Rhinos logo, and then you'll see there's a donate button on there. That'll take you directly to the Rhinos page where you can donate, and all those donations go directly towards folks who are dealing with cancer. And so they give cash donations, they give gas cards, they give gift certificates to help families in need during those times. And they are one of my faves. There is no overhead with the Rhinos. I have worked with them personally for the last 7-8 years now. And Aaron Sundin and I are both huge fans of what they do in western Wisconsin. They are some really good people.
Yeah, they're good people. It's a good cause, right?
Yep.
What they do. And
100%.
We had Mike Miller. I know we talked to him before the River Falls game, and Brad Veers, somebody we both know. And again, a whole host of people that are part of that organization. And so
it's funny,
happy to be a part of it.
Every time I roll out to either the golf tourney or I have somebody in the booth or whatever, I'm always like, God, these guys are great. They're just great people, you know? So hats off to the Rhinos. Again, next week we'll play Superior here at home. It'll be a Pink Out. You can get a T-shirt over at Onsite Apparel to help support that the Rhinos cause. And again, you can always donate online, and then we're going to have a big push next week during the game. We'll have some special people in the booth, and they can tell you a little bit more about the story of Rhinos.
Yeah, and Hudson in general, but the Hudson sports teams really do a nice job of raising money for that.
They do.
I mean, I know hockey's done just a tremendous job over the years of raising thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And it's carried over to other sports as well. So
it's awesome. It's a great partnership that I am just very proud to be a part of and help just a little bit here.
Looks like our guest is coming up. He can't take his head off.
He's like, I got to watch the game. Got to watch the game.
He doesn't even have a horse in the race this year.
I know. He's like, all in here. Here we go. What's going on the field? Well, we're going to have to clear a spot for him so he can watch the game and talk at the same time, right? I mean, it's serious stuff.
He can
I love
talk.
it. Yep. So I'm going to let you introduce this young man. Does that sound all right? We're going to unmute that mic here.
Absolutely.
Boop. Well, we'll make room for him in the booth here. He comes in the, hopefully he gets in the back. Hello there. How are you? Ryan's doing great tonight. He's done a great job on the music all night long, and one of my favorites in the booth. And again, we're waiting on our mystery guest. He's probably watching the play right now. What are you thinking? Hudson blows him up on that far side. It's a fourth down coming up.
Maybe he walked into the other booth.
He's over at the coach's booth. So fourth down coming up now. This will be another punt, and the Hudson student section going wild just beneath us here. How you doing, partner? Thanks for coming up.
All right, I think he got lost at the popcorn stand, but I got to just introduce this guy. We got Jason Anderson, former Hudson Raider, quarterback or running back? Running back, right?
Fullback and D-tackle / nose guard. Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
We didn't come off the field back in the day.
Well, that's right. Those two-way players, those are the best athletes on the team, right?
Sure.
A little bit of a stutter step down at the 40.
So what we've been doing tonight is just talking to former Raiders and finding out, tell us a little bit about your homecoming experience, or maybe just your high school football playing experience. What were memorable games, memorable things that happened back in the day?
Sure. Yeah, so I graduated in 93, so fall of 92, we played our senior homecoming game. Played at Newton Field.
Yeah.
We played the Mighty Warriors from Rice Lake.
Yep. Were you guys Big Rivers then, or Middle Border?
No, we were Big Rivers, and we were everybody else's homecoming game.
Off to the races. Hassapopoulos over the 30, 25-20, 15-10, 5 to go. Touchdown, Hudson. Woo! Hassapopoulos showing what he's got on a huge run.
All right, let's get a replay of that one, guys. Sorry, we just kind of turned our head a little bit.
Boy, just breaking it wide open. Look at Hassapopoulos go.
We've been talking about him and mentioned him as a key player this game today, Ken. We know he's got the afterburners. We talked about being able to, run with contact. That time it was all speed, and Tim got around the end, and nice to see him get in the end zone.
Nice. Better running there.
So 92-93, Rice Lake. Tell us more about that game.
Yeah, you bet. So it started raining probably like at 7 o'clock in the morning and didn't quit till probably 2 weeks later. But that was up at Newton Field, and to be honest with you, there were puddles everywhere. It was, everybody's 40 back then was probably about 2-3 seconds slower because of that. But pretty good mud track.
Nice.
But yeah, we actually got the win that night. A lot of fun. I remember, diving for a fumble, getting it, and sliding through a puddle of water, and with the moisture wicking Under Armour stuff that we had back then called cotton.
I was going to say it was cotton back then, right?
It was a long night. It was cold, but it was a lot of fun. Great experience.
So we've had Aaron Moen up here, Pete Foster. They both said similar memories were rain games or those games at Newton where it got muddy, or Pete was talking about the frozen field.
Yeah, when Newton froze, he said that wasn't a lot of fun.
No, yeah.
Apparently.
You hard field one way or the other is never a fun thing, especially when you're down by 3-4 scores.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But we were up that night, so no, we were a pass offense back then, air raiders, and if things were going well, we lit people up. But if they weren't, it was 3 and out, and you don't leave the field. You're running a lot.
Yeah. Right.
Well, was that when we were just talking about Jerry Yucatil? Was that when he was coaching?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So, and the funny, saw him last night, and we were talking a little football, and I'm not going to say Jerry's age. He's been retired for a while. Still heavily involved in the track program here in Hudson. He's a pole vault guy.
Oh yeah, so that's why the pole vault pit's right up front.
Yeah, but Jerry told me last night that he had a friend that played in the Canadian Football League, and they were trying to get him to play up there. But anyway, he was teaching and coaching at the time, and he saw motion for the first time. Came down to the WIA, asked if it was something that was legal. They said, they looked in the rule book, said yes. So the first couple games that they played with motion, penalty, because these referees had never seen it before. I'm guessing this is probably in the 70s. It had to be.
Yeah.
Probably mid-70s.
Oh, yeah.
So Yeah.
Another
Anyway.
fun fact on Jerry, Mr. Yucatel, Coach Yucatel, sorry.
Coach Yucatel, yep. After all these years.
Neighbors out here when he moved in and was coaching for the first
Really?
time out on County UU. So just basically would be west or east of the soccer fields out there.
Yeah.
The first house to build. He basically built and moved in right across the street. So
No way.
he was a big hang gliding guy.
He still is.
Too.
Yeah.
Really?
It's crazy, yeah. He
Yeah.
used to fly hang glider from his place into practice every day.
What?
No,
You're
I can't.
kidding. I'm like,
I know.
you got me on that one. Just hook, line, sinker.
I was going to throw this out there, too. We were talking about that earlier. I was out looking for the 52-yard line earlier. I couldn't see it. I spent most of the game looking for that, but,
I did bring that up again tonight to rip on myself a little bit because I'm good like that.
Yeah,
I got ahead of myself that night.
We might have to just put a little cone out there or something. Just
Conan's 52.
Yeah, Conan's 52. This is where they punt it, too, for the extra points.
That's right. That's right.
Love it.
Oh, gosh. I'm trying my best. I'm a hockey guy at heart, and I'm trying to make do here.
Doing a great job. We enjoy listening, enjoy watching. Owen, he's up at St. Cloud right now, and every game.
Does he watch? Really?
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun when we hear from those guys and
It really
connect
is.
with them. And so, guys, don't be afraid to text. Don't be afraid to give us a shout. We'll definitely give you a shout out too. So we miss you and wish everybody well for sure. So Hudson, playing better, right? And we know the competition's not necessarily where it needs to be, but you're also not seeing mistakes, so there aren't penalties. We're not seeing turnovers. We're starting to see a little bit more rotation with kids getting into the games, and it's going to help them down the road as they play tougher opponents, which are soon to come in the next couple weeks.
Absolutely. For me, the biggest thing for me is that they had a choice, right? So after that Rice Lake game, they go down Menominee and they get punched right in the mouth, right? Mm-hmm. And they drove down the field and scored. They had a choice. They could either lay down or they could take it or they can get after it. And they decided they'd flip that little switch, and they've been playing really good football since. It's fun to watch them fly around and make plays.
I'd agree.
Both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah,
Menominee came out that first drive and went boom, boom, boom. And I think you're dead on, Jason, with that thought. They flipped the switch and they've been gas mode since. They've been doing great. It's fun to see. 2 and some change left to go, and it's all Hudson all night tonight. What a fun homecoming night.
Big crowd tonight. A little different than last year.
Yeah, a little different.
Yeah, last year it was.
Last year, Jason
sprinkling.
gets vocal at times during the game, so he usually sits down close to the track. I could hear you a few times last year.
It's possible. It's all encouraging.
It was.
It's all positive.
All
Yeah,
positive.
it's all positive. Did you have to walk a couple blocks to get here?
Yeah, I stopped at St. Pat's and
said a couple Hail Marys and then
deposit. And,
yep.
Found a spot to park. Grabbed Blake. We made our way in here.
Oh, that's funny. Now you've got another one coming up to the system right now. What is this? A freshman?
No. He looks like it sometimes.
He's a big guy. I've seen some pictures on Instagram.
He eats like one. No,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
a 7th grader. Middle school football. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
So super excited about that. They're playing some football. They played Down River Falls. Got a nice little win last night.
Nice.
Yeah.
They love the game, right? So that's the important thing is, just stay involved in it, whatever sport you're in.
That's awesome.
It's so fun.
That's a fun group of kids. Coach Hatfield has a kid in that group too.
He does, really.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
He's on Blake's
I
team.
saw them last week. I saw him outside the gym, and of course I've known Blake for years. Love that kid. But I'm talking to these kids, and I said, "How's football going?" Blake said, "Good." And a couple other kids, "I'm quarterback." And other kids like, "I play running back."
Right.
Crackling away.
One
yeah.
kid's 5'8", the other one's 5'0".
Oh yeah.
So I love it. And Jason, we were mentioning it before, when Mo was in here, but Jason and I coached 7th and 8th grade and boosters.
Oh, you guys did.
We coached
Nice.
7th and 8th grade. That age group at the middle school.
And the pay was the same too.
It was the same. Yeah, it was real good. Kind of like
pretty
you.
good.
Kinda like
Oh
you with
yeah.
Some of the stuff you do.
Oh,
right?
you bet.
For
all
the
that,
love of the kids.
all those years of coaching, you bet. I'm retiring on that money.
Nah, but it pays itself off later on though. When we're up here and you're doing the announcing and you have the color and the
It's
feedback,
fun.
the kids, and
it's fun.
It's a blast.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's a good, another good week for Hudson here. We've got, as you probably don't know, but Menominee was up at, last time I checked, they were up 28-21 up in New Richmond. That was a 21-20 game at the half.
Bit of a nail biter going on, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll get an update on that score. I still got 8-7 Race Lake over Chippewa. I'll see if I can get an update on that too. That was in the fourth quarter though, so.
Well, I'm going to let you know we got a big win on our hands here. No surprise to anybody in the booth, but a huge night for the homecoming crowd as Hudson puts up 40 of them.
Yeah,
Woo!
Big night. Again, like Jason was talking about, getting better every week, running around both sides of the ball. Carter Mears tonight, I think he keeps getting better running that option offense. He's making better decisions today.
Yeah.
He threw the ball a little bit. Nothing that was overly risky, didn't have to. He looked real good on that rollout to the right side, had guys open and hit him when he needed to. So great night for him. Jaden Warner, we're going to get his stats tonight, but I know he was well over 100 yards and had that long touchdown there in the to start the fourth quarter.
Oh, and Hossapopoulos was one late.
Tim,
I mean,
yep.
a lot of guys chipping in, but Mears, wow, what a story. He was rocking tonight.
Yeah.
Bunch of action. His stats are going to be off the hook here. We'll get to a quick look at the stats here, and
now we got Jeff under the wire.
I know.
Staring
Come
at
on.
him. Yeah. Hurry up. No.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Great job as always.
So Warner, 133 yards rushing. He had
Wow.
that touchdown there to start the fourth quarter. Mears was 77 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns. Also had a passing touchdown to Jamison. We mentioned Hossapopoulos with that long touchdown here in the fourth quarter as well. So
Getting after it. Well, he can run.
and they aren't giving up. And I was telling Ken, something happens at halftime in that offensive line room. Coach Ted's giving guys a kick in the butt because that offensive line, they worked pretty hard in the first half.
Yeah.
That second half, they were out getting on guys, getting bodies on them, moving them.
They're wearing them down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hudson, that offensive line is, what we lean on, right? I mean, you look at those boys across the line, and there's some big fellas in there.
There is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want that food bill. But
Weddleson.
start to lean on them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like you guys were talking about with Mr. Warner. I mean, you get a fullback in this offense, and you just lean and you lean and you lean.
Yeah.
Then it puts a little more pressure. Those passes open up. Everything else
That's right.
opens up.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, a fun night, homecoming night. I want to thank you for coming up here, Jason. It's great to have some of the alum that can come up and tell some of those stories because Hudson's been playing football for an awfully long time, and there's a whole lot. It's not just this era, but there's a lot of eras out there that have some fun stories. So,
My pleasure.
Thanks for
Truly
coming up.
enjoy it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, sir. And got a next week coming up. We'll be playing at home again against Superior. Thanks, partner.
Yeah, Souptown next week.
Yep.
They're down this year too. We don't know that Memorial Superior score yet, but again, just keep improving every week. Keep building on that depth. I would say right now, arguably Hudson's playing the best football in the conference.
Yeah.
And my thought, Rice Lake game, Rice Lake got up, they were able to run some clock. Hudson made some mistakes, but Rice Lake's ripe for a beating here one of these weeks. I don't know if they're a team that really stands out that can win the conference and run the table in the conference.
Sure.
We'll see what happens.
Well, should be fun. We'll take this win and let her simmer just a little bit. It's a great night to have a homecoming win. 40-0's your final. Again, thanks for joining us on the broadcast tonight. My name's Ken Conan, Aaron Sundin, my partner in crime up here. Jeff Tierstig on the stats, Adam Tilson on the camera. Thank you to all you guys for joining me. This production does not work like a well-oiled machine without all of you in the booth. We really, really appreciate it. And, thanks again for tuning in, as always. Again, Ken Conan with RaiderStreaming.com and the River Channel, YouTube, Facebook, wherever else you find us. We'll see you next week for Superior. Thanks again.
All right.